Straight ahead in this week's Working Woman Report, meet the mom who's also one of the hottest stars in the fashion tech world. We'll show you how she's transforming the way women shop. Plus, meet the multi-million-dollar cookie lady who says success is much sweeter the second time around. And we'll introduce you to the team that's cleaning up with their line of organic products aimed at helping parents make messes go away naturally. What's your idea? If you're ready to change your life and start making your passion work for you, listen up. The Working Woman Report is here to help, and it starts right now. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm Allison Hans. We kick off this week's Working Woman Report with the story of one mom who has launched a hugely successful career in the world of fashion technology. Here's how she came up with a way for your computer to learn what you like and totally transform the shopping experience for women everywhere. When Divya Gugnani left her high-paying job in finance to pursue other passions, specifically a food and wine business, gone were the paychecks that allowed her to easily shop at high-end stores.
And I'd walk into the department store and I'd say, I have a holiday party for work. Can you get me a wonderful dress? And I would get personalized, customized service with a sales representative who was looking at my body, who knew what to get for me at what price point.
The question for Divya was, with so little time and a limited budget, how could she get selections that were right for her? It was that desire to create a personalized online shopping experience that led to the launch of Send the Trend.
Send the Trend is an online e-commerce destination for women's fashion accessories and beauty.
At Send the Trend, Divya and her team came up with a scientific algorithm that can help you find what's on trend and what's right for you. The more you search on the site, the better the site gets at helping you select products. Whether it's earrings, a necklace, or face cream, the algorithm is based on viewing behavior.
As you browse the site, the more time you spend viewing things, the more time you rate things or you buy them, our algorithms get intelligent on what to serve you.
And while these days Divya still loves to shop for bling, she's also on trend for plenty of more practical items as she balances being a boss and new mom.
And I come to work, and when I'm at work, I'm really focused on what I'm doing here. If my mind is at the office, my mind is 100% ingrained in being here and focusing on what needs to get done. When I'm at home and I'm spending time with my son, I spend that quality time with him. I block it off, and I really do that one-on-one bonding. I'm not sitting there trying to spend time with him, trying to be on my phone. I kind of separate the two, and I feel like that's really the most effective way to do the best I can at each role.
Divya says her original business plan for Send the Trend, to start with accessories, was deliberate and, in hindsight, the right decision.
From a business standpoint, accessories are wonderful because if you think about fulfillment, logistics, shipping, and like scaling and growing a business, accessories are amazing because they have very low return rates.
They also, as she suggests, are size agnostic. Women of all shapes can wear the same necklace or bracelet. But that doesn't mean the company won't branch out. With the power of QVC now behind them, sky's the limit.
The best way to start a business is to start a business. Because once you start, you will incur you'll basically come up with lots of challenges, you'll have lots of obstacles, and you'll figure out creative ways to overcome them.
For more information on Send the Trend, just head to our website, workingwomanreport.com. Once you're there, you'll also find helpful links to the Make Mine a Million program from American Express, which is specifically helping women-owned businesses like Divya's crack that $1 million mark. Well, we just learned how a scientific algorithm was part of the formula for Send the Trend's success. And it's just one example of how fashion and technology have become intertwined in today's business world. There's also a growing number of resources advocating for women to become more comfortable with the tech world. That includes Women Inspire Tech, an organization aimed at inspiring women in the industry to share their experiences and help others become confident leaders in the tech space.
They don't have to be afraid of the tech world, and if they're afraid of the tech world because they're disengaged or they feel that it's a boys' club, that it's not, and that we are here, and that's the real power of Women Inspire Tech. It's invisible. You might not be able to see it, maybe not be able to see us when you're out there and you are the only one, but just knowing that we're there, I think it's going to give you a feeling of support and more confidence, and hopefully, you'll pursue it and climb higher.
To learn more about the resources available to help you build that confidence in the tech world, just visit our website, workingwomanreport.com. Our next working woman is a perfect example of someone whose confidence in the tech world helped her launch a successful career. Here's a look at how her female version of the Old Boys Club is now helping other women achieve their own dreams.
To me, empowerment means choice and agency.
Rachel Sklar will be the first to tell you she's made many career choices in her life to fulfill that empowerment. She's worn so many hats, sometimes it's hard to keep track, doing everything from co-hosting a Jewish Channel talk show to belting out her favorite show tunes whenever opportunity strikes.
I began as a lawyer. I dabbled in comedy, and I was a media blogger. Then I covered politics. I mean, I was really all over the map.
But these days, her name is floating around the social media circuit more than ever before. She tells us her goal is to improve women's strength in the field of business and make a lasting mark.
I started noticing the same thing over and over again, was that the pathway upward was a lot smoother and more direct for men. For whatever reason, and there are a few, it was more challenging for women to move ahead.
With that thought, Rachel started to change things. First, she became a strong presence in the social media world, developing tens of thousands of Twitter followers. She also helped to launch a website called Change the Ratio, which promotes women in the technology field. And now her sights are set on a company she co-founded. It's called The List.
The List is an organization I started a few years ago, which is basically the female version of the Old Boys Club. That's the goal. It's a membership network for women, as well as a media platform with various media products and events and conferences and that sort of thing.
She says once you get listed, you'll have the ability to stand out as a woman on the rise.
We call it a platform for awesome, so that we are constantly showcasing women. The idea being that amazing women are platforms for each other.
Through her efforts, Rachel hopes to obtain increased visibility and opportunity for women who are fighting to reach the top.
This is a never-ending subject, and there's always a lot to discuss. But I think that having the conversation is really a giant first step into changing things, because once you have that conversation, you can't go back and unknow that the system is slanted.
Rachel was named to the Silicon Alley 100 in 2009, 2010, and 2011, Fast Company's League of Extraordinary Women, and Forbes' Women Changing the World. She's also earned numerous honors and awards for her writing and activism. For more information about Rachel and The List, simply log on to our website, workingwomanreport.com. Coming up on the Working Woman Report, we'll introduce you to the chocolate chip cookie lady who turned her sweet dream into reality. Plus, we'll introduce you to a pair of moms who are cleaning up in the business world, thanks to their kids' big messes. Stay with us.
I wanted to start a business that I was passionate about, something I absolutely enjoyed and believed in.
I was doing the corporate grind, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green. My name's Steve Allen. I run RadCab in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We do pedicabs and mobile outdoor advertising. I love being social, talking to people.
A lot of confusing stuff when you start a business. When I go in and talk to my store mentor, he really helps me sort it all out, and we just get organized. And when I go home, I feel confident about what's going on. It really feels amazing to create jobs here in my city.
It's incredibly awesome. I love to show it off.
If you get a solid foundation for your business laid, everything else falls in place. SCORE has absolutely been the most invaluable resource that I've had from day one. For free. I could not imagine doing anything else.
Get your free business mentor at score.org.
Welcome back to the Working Woman Report. I'm Allison Hans. We continue with the story of two moms who can thank their kids for helping them clean up in the business world. Together, these moms have 8 kids, and that means they've had their fair share of messy moments. They use their experiences to launch their own line of organic cleaning products, giving parents everywhere a natural choice to keep things clean. From baby bottle cleaners to pacifier wipes to special baby laundry detergent, the products in the Dapple line are all especially made for moms who want to safely clean up the unique messes little ones leave behind.
It really gets rid of that smell and the residue left behind in baby bottles, and the bottles come out sparkling clean.
With the help of green chemists and pediatricians, the women of Dapple have created a hypoallergenic line of cleaning products that is tailor-made for households with young kids. All Dapple products use natural-based ingredients that are environmentally safe, biodegradable, and free of synthetic dyes or fragrances.
So babies have specific needs when it comes to cleaning up around them. Toy cleaners to wash the sticky fingerprints off their toys, allowing them to put it right back into their mouth. Same with their high chairs. You have to wash up safely around them so they can eat off of them.
The two moms came up with the idea as they struggled themselves with finding a way to clean up after their babies in a non-toxic way.
You have to spit up on clothing and carrot stains on onesies, and those are some of the most persistent and hardest messes to address.
So how did the women get started?
We both opened up our black books and said, who can we speak to that has any sort of experience in green chemistry? Who can we speak to that has any sort of experience in packaging? Who can we speak to that has any sort of experience in consumer products packaging?
They also entered into and won a competition hosted by Yahoo called Seeds of Success. They beat out 5,000 other female entrepreneurs for a small cash stipend. But more importantly, they received marketing support from women who had already succeeded in business.
It took years to formulate and develop the product line because we were very particular about vetting certain ingredients for the formulations, but also sticking to our twin mandate where we were going to develop this product line to be both baby safe and baby specific.
They're also passionate about sharing their success with other women who may want to start their own business, because that's how they were able to build.
It wasn't only that we had this idea, it was that we had this idea, we were reaching out to people who we thought could help us develop the idea and make it a reality, and then it was also the stamp of encouragement and approval from successful business women.
Their goal is to grow their business so that everyone around the world is dappling. The word dapple coming from their favorite Simon and Garfunkel song, which they jokingly love to sing from time to time.
Baby, sing it. It's from a Simon and Garfunkel song that I always love, Feeling Groovy. It has a line in it, I'm dappled and drowsy and ready to sleep. So it was just that image of being dappled, speckled by sunlight, and that was really cute and playful for us.
The Dapple duos say there are lots of successful women out there who are willing to help those just getting started. If you admire a company that was started by women, cold calling that company could lead to a pleasant surprise about who's willing to lend a helping hand. For more information about the Dapple product line, simply visit our website, workingwomanreport.com. Of course, the Dapple ladies will be among the first to tell you it's important to protect your business idea before you start telling people about it. Consider drawing up an NDA or non-disclosure agreement which prevents another party from discussing your idea with anyone else. You may also want to think about trademarks, patents, and copyrights. While there's plenty of information online about all of these items, it's sometimes best to speak with an attorney whose focus is on protecting your business idea. And that's exactly what our next working woman can help you do. Attorney Jessica Eves Matthews says you'll save yourself a world of headaches down the road if you simply take the time to make sure your legal work is in place from the start. Jessica Eves Matthews is a lawyer and entrepreneur who's launched several companies. Her passion is geared towards helping women, specifically helping them understand the legal side of developing a small business. She founded the group Leverage a Lawyer, which essentially bypasses big law firm styles by diving right into the needs of small business owners.
With what we do, it just is very, very predictable. So you're getting the benefit of having a lawyer, having actual legal guidance, and somebody that's going to know your business and know what you're doing and help you identify what you need, but you're not going to be paying those big firm rates.
Her legal tips also come in the form of video blogs and books. She's the author of the aptly titled Wonder Women: How Western Women Will Save the World.
I particularly love women entrepreneurs. I love helping empower and educate women and making sure that they know how to protect themselves. And I know that the legal is not intuitive. And so many women in particular, but men too, go into business, they're excited about what they're good at. It's usually centered around something they're passionate about, something they're good at, and the legal is not something, they make assumptions, they may get bad advice, and it breaks my heart to see them have problems on the back end and end up in a situation that could be really problematic or catastrophic for them.
That's why Jessica has developed several critical steps women should take to set up their businesses for success. Those steps include claiming your name by securing a state, federal, or international trademark as soon as you start, and protecting your ideas by copywriting anything you don't want someone else to use.
Anything that communicates to the buying public what your company is. So it could be your name, it could be your logo, it could be a tagline. These days, actually, you can also protect things like a color, like Tiffany's protected their color blue, and the box, their packaging, you can protect packaging. Christian Louboutin has protected the red sole on the shoe that everybody recognizes as that very wonderful shoe company. And actually Intel, my new favorite example is Intel's noise, the sound, bum, 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 is trademarkable. So anything that communicates your brand identity to the buying public can be protected through what's called a trademark.
That proper trademark will help you avoid having to change your company's name or any rebranding. Jessica says sometimes the cost of renaming and rebranding after a lawsuit can be so expensive that it puts some people out of business. For more information on Leverage a Lawyer and what you can do to be proactive about the legal aspects of your business, simply visit our website, workingwomanreport.com. Still to come, meet the woman whose delectable creations are satisfying sweet tooths all over the country. That story's coming up after the break. Stay with us.
I'm a scientist and I know the scientific world very well.
But in business, you really have to learn a whole different way of viewing your science and viewing your products.
And what I didn't really appreciate was to try and talk to the business community is very different.
Cultivating New York's Next Top Innovators in Health is a program by NYC EDC called the Bio and Health Tech Entrepreneurship Lab. The program features a mini MBA curriculum, expert coaching, pitch preparation, and access to a community of seasoned entrepreneurs and investors to get your project off the ground with funding.
You have to learn how to be a translator, how to make people understand how innovative it is.
It's going to introduce you to people that will enlighten you about the corporate world.
Because you can't just sell cool science.
Check out their website for more information on eLab NYC. Learn how to jumpstart your career with free training and opportunities around the city.
I got into business as a hobby. I wasn't really thinking seriously. I said, somebody needs to teach me so I don't go bankrupt. So I went to a store and I met Terry. I talked to her about my party business. This woman understands what I'm saying. There are people with amazing knowledge right there and free. My table linen entertained the First Lady and the Russian First Lady. That's good enough for me.
Get your free business mentor at SCORE.org.
You're watching the Working Woman Report. I'm Allison Hans. We wrap up this week's edition on a sweet note. Did you ever dream of making lots of money baking cookies when you were a kid? Well, one woman turned that dream into a reality by turning her love for chocolate chip cookies into a multi-million-dollar business. Even though she experienced some bumps along the road, she's turned her bake shop into a national entity.
Tate's Bake Shop in Southampton is a dessert lover's paradise. Voted best bakery in the Hamptons several years in a row, Tate's is the yummy creation of Kathleen King.
For me, the hardest aspect of starting the business was how much work you had to do, and I came from a farm and I knew hard work.
King began baking and selling her signature chocolate chip cookies at the age of 11 on her parents' Long Island farm. It was her father who encouraged her to take that first step. Today, a painting of him hangs in Tate's, which is named after him.
Well, I started baking and selling cookies at my dad's farm in Southampton when I was 11 years old. He said it was time for me to buy my own clothes for school. And so I started making cookies, and by the time I was in high school, I was baking 10 hours a day in the summertime.
That early success put her through college and helped her open her first bakery at age 21, Kathleen's Bake Shop. But along with early success came some bad business decisions when King took on some partners. After running Kathleen's for more than 2 decades, she took on 2 partners in 2000. The deal was that each partner would have 1/3 of the ownership, but not for long.
I took on partners because I wanted to take a back seat but wasn't really ready to fully sell, and unfortunately I took on the wrong partners and made a really naive deal, and in the big picture ended up losing everything.
Just 6 months after forming the partnership, the other 2 owners fired Kathleen from her own bakery. After a drawn-out legal mess, Kathleen not only lost her bakery, she was now $200,000 in debt from all the legal fees. But instead of crumbling, she decided to compete by setting up shop as Tate's and going up against her former partners.
And so I had no choice but to start over again, which is what we did 12 years ago with Tate's. And you know, Tate's is much more successful than my first company.
So successful that Tate's brings in millions of dollars in revenue each year. The cookies are sold in all 50 states.
And I think the biggest thing I learned by having the opportunity to do it over again was to take the emotion out of your business. Doesn't mean the passion and the love and the integrity, but the emotion that weighs you down and really clouds all your decision making.
Kathleen says that when she was younger, she was so emotionally tied to the business that she couldn't see clearly as a businesswoman. Her reinvention as Tate's has allowed her to still love the business, but operate in a different way.
Just think about all the emotion in your own life and all your attachment, and when you have to make a personal decision yourself and what you do to yourself in order to make that, well, what about, you know, what if this and what if that, and so-and-so might be mad and this might be upset. You remove all of that and you know your decision, right? And that's where I'm at in business now.
This author of 4 books also has a few more bits of advice for other women thinking of starting their own business.
Pick only a couple people to talk to about your ideas, because there's a lot of naysayers and a lot of people want to tell you that you can't do it or it's going to be hard. Yeah, it's going to be hard. It is going to be hard. I'm not going to deny that. But a lot of people told me I'd never make a living off cookies, you know. So, you know, trust your instinct about your idea and don't let people try to undermine you.
In her latest cookbook, Baking for Friends, Kathleen offers 125 recipes, including some gluten-free options. For more information on where you can find her book or her delicious sweet treats, just head to our website, workingwomanreport.com. Well, that wraps up this edition of the Working Woman Report. Be sure to connect with us in the social media world. You'll find us on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, and Instagram. And of course, there's always our website, workingwomanreport.com. Tune in next time for more inspiring tips and ideas from our fantastic women. Who knows? Maybe you're next. See you then.